Hi everyone, Lisa Haven here, and I am sick and tired of being censored by Google, YouTube, Twitter, and the like. We cannot continue to let these leftist organizations rule our lives and tell us what we can and cannot say. Now is the time to fight back in the information war and start joining other outlets, such as BeCandid.com. Now, I actually brought this up in a report back in January, but I want to re-bring it back up because we really need to start migrating over to things that way, because there's going to come a day where I'm not going to be on Facebook anymore. I'm going to be silenced and others are going to be silenced. And eventually it's going to go on to you and your family, and your First Amendment right is going to be monitored to the brim, and they're going to censor you hardcore. But we need to get on outlets that we know are not going to monitor us simply because we're conservative, because we're a patriot, and because we're against the New World Order. That will not be censored on this site, and it's completely anonymous. But before I get there, I want to take you back to a report put out by Media Matters' David Barak. Now, what you see on the screen here is it's called the Top Watchdog Against Fake News and Propaganda. Now, this report was coordinated by David Barak, again at Media Matters, and he coordinated this with a group of about 100 people, and he said, we need to fight conservatives. You can see on the front page there, they want to lead the fight against the next generation of conservative disinformation. It's just conservative views that they are attempting to stop. Now, on page 6 of it, it goes a little bit deeper, where they say, okay, anyone who is a right-wing propagandists, we're going to try to eliminate them from every level of government. So if you're in government and you love America, the goal of Media Matters and the goal of those at Facebook and Google, because they're in bed, and I'm going to prove it, is to get you out of the government. The second goal there is that they're going to work with Google and Facebook, and they've already got approvals to do so. And finally, they're going to punish and halt anyone on the alternative right, if you will, any patriot. Now, also on page 10 of the report, this is where you'll find the evidence that Facebook and Google have both agreed. And I quote, Facebook responded to our campaign by acknowledging the problem of fake news meaning conservative, patriotic views, and they have agreed to do something about it. Not only that, but Google revised their terms of service in order to prohibit fake news sites from using their advertising network. Now, Google is so bad lately that there is even a petition at the White House. I encourage everyone to sign it, but to stop Google's blatant suppression of our free speech. Not my words, but this is exactly what's happening. So please join me over at BeCandid and other sites. Let me just take you to BeCandid because it's an amazing, amazing application. All right, so here we are. You can download BeCandid on your phone here. As you can see, I've got it downloaded on mine. But for starters, just to tell you a little bit about it, it's completely anonymous. When you post, when you do things, it's all done anonymously. You can see here, they have, names. You have Hyper Spider, and this one's Intuitive Elephant. So it just kind of assigns you a name, but it's done anonymously. And again, they proud themselves in freedom of speech. I mean, no pornography or no violence or hate speech or those kinds of things, but they're not going to silence us because of our political views. And I just love that. Now, here's something even better. You can go to your profile here and you can see that it's just got socializer or whatever, however you want to do it. And you can go to groups. And I want to encourage everyone to join my group. Now, I've joined my group, so to speak, so I could show you guys how to join it. But if you go to the top here and you go to the news, you type in the News Haven and hit return, or excuse me, you go to groups, and you can type in the News Haven at the top. This is my group here. So all you need to do is hit that join button, and then you're in the group. Now, I want to take you over to my group. So let's go to the group there, and I'm just going to scroll. Here's my group. Now, here is the great part. This is a group, and you can post whatever you want in there, and you can see it's small, but it's going to grow after this. But needless to say, I post a lot of my news in there, and you'll have direct contact here. I'm also a member, obviously, but when you join on there, I've talked to the owner over at Be Candid, and the great thing that they're going to do for us right now is if you post either your email or your handle. In this case, if I were to post my handle for Twitter, I would put in at Twitter Lisa_Haven, because that's what I'm at Twitter on. And you can see, hopefully you can see, I posted it here. It's loaded, and you can see there's my handle. Now you can post your handle, just a way for us to contact you, or you can post your email, and then you will be entered in to a drawing for a $200 Amazon gift card just for simply joining Be Candid and joining my group specifically. We need to get some conservatives, some patriots over on this site, and just a place where we can communicate anonymously. If you have news and you want to share it with me and you don't want anybody to know who it's from, do it here, because I will read this religiously and I can go through it and find some of those news sources that can get shared anonymously, and that's the beauty of it here. But to be entered in that gift card, list your handle, your Facebook handle, your Twitter handle, or your email. Now, the drawing will be held Friday, and we will reach out to whoever the winner is there for that $200 gift card. And then on Saturday, if you want, go back to Be Candid and delete your handle. But needless to say, I thought that was a great little incentive, and I want to say thank you to Be Candid for offering that gift card to you guys. But look, here's the deal. You want to get downloaded. Join my group, The News Haven on Be Candid, and quit giving the powers to Google and Twitter and Facebook, who continually monitor your feeds. I can't even tell you how many of you guys have said, Lisa, your video was censored again, and what's going on, and Facebook won't let me share it, and blah, blah, blah. Well, let's take that power back and give it to the people and start going on some of these websites. And it's free. Again, there's no cost to join. It's free. But that's the beauty of Be Candid. So check it out on Be Candid and start getting out of the government's spy grid, the government's NSA. Imagine how harder it's going to be for, say, the NSA or whatever to follow you when everybody's done on an anonymous handle. So really the only way, I guess, if they hack your phone or take your phone or whatever. But hey, it is a start for sure. Well, thanks again for tuning in. This is Lisa Haven signing out.